My name is Oshifesolu Adamilare. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as Formula One Column Africa. Hello, welcome to today's episode of Exxon F1. Yeah, the Bahrain Practice1 just ended. Wow, what a surprise. Now we're having times tumbling, teams coming up with different ideas, and almost all the teams came up with different updates aside from what they came up with a week ago in Bahrain Saka during the testing. Teams like Alpine, like we updated you, said they are bringing updates. They brought their updates, certainly, and they also brought Aerorix to check if their updates are working. And we cannot really say their update worked yet until the qualifying will be able to know. Teams like Alfa Romeo also brought new beats. Mercedes brought new beats, new rear wings. Ferrari brought new rear wings, new beats. As a matter of fact, Ferrari were having flapping rear wings at first. For about 30 minutes of the practice, they were having flapping rear wings. Their rear wings were everywhere, just moving around, dancing around, you know. And the major thing is the Red Bull still remain dominant. And we can see that it will be tough this season. But like I said, I still maintain it. I'm not sure Red Bull will be winning anything this season. They might be winning races, but I'm not sure they will be winning Constructors' Championship, not the Drivers' Championship. But let's hold to that. But the surprise of the day is the Aston Martin. All through the testing, they were showing signs. They were showing signs, beautiful signs. And today, again, during the first practice, Fernando Alonso really showed signs. He was able to split the two Red Bulls at the end of the timing sheet. And also, the Ferrari are still struggling. Ferraris are still struggling. They are still struggling to find their lap time. They are just everywhere. The rears are not gripping. The rears of the car are not gripping. And I think that has to do with their rear end, the rear end of the car. They're just snapping off on corners. Most times they're snapping off. The AS team, wow, another surprise. The AS team came up with a different ideas, and they're really showing they have the pace. They are showing they have the pace to beat, to be top of the midfield team. And also, another team using the Ferrari engine, aside from the AS team, we have the Alfa Romeo. Yeah, Alfa Romeo are really showing beautiful signs. Guan Yu Zhou and Valtteri Bottas are really shooting the times up, and they're giving the midfield competitors some lap times to think about. The McLaren really didn't show us anything during the testing. They were just off the pace. All through the testing, they were off the pace. I'm talking about Piastri and Lando Norris. They were just off the pace all through the testing. But today, McLaren picking up the fourth place in the P1 today, ahead of Ferrari. Those are signs. And that also is a Mercedes engine. The Aston Martin too coming second in the first practice, the Mercedes engine. Now, Mercedes itself, wow. They are still scratching their heads. Maybe they are sandbagging. Maybe they are having too much loads of fuel for the testing. They are the only team, aside from Ferrari. Ferrari and Mercedes are the only team that did not use the soft tires, you know. And Mercedes are still scratching their head. I'm still scratching my head for them because I'm still looking at it. Is it that they are sandbagging? Maybe they are carrying a lot of fuel, or they are using the low mode engine, because if their engine is working well, if it's working well on the Aston Martin and is working so well on the McLaren that were off the pace all through the testing last week, what is wrong? What is wrong with Mercedes? Or They are twitching, they are lifting and coasting on the corners. Maybe, maybe. But the second practice, if they're sandbagging, I believe the second practice, they'll be hiding some things. Maybe they're trying to come up in the third practice and they're qualifying. But if not, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, and majorly, we should be seeing something contradictory to that, to what they have this morning in the evening, because the pace this morning does not really represent what will happen in the qualifying and in the real race, because the real race on Sunday will be in the evening in Bahrain, Sakar, and the weather will be so different from the weather they had this afternoon, when, which is morning here, the weather they had, which is so hot. In the evening, the weather will be much more cooler, and we expect the pace to change, because in the afternoon today, when they will be in the evening, the times will tumble down a little bit more into the one early 130s or 129s, you know. That is what we're expecting. And also, the porpoising effect has not really gone, though it is reduced, but it has not really gone, because we could see Ferrari still porpoising. We told you about Alpha Tauri last week, still had the porpoise, the porpoising effect. But like I said, Ferrari are still having some jittering shake, some porpoising effect on their car, you know, and Mercedes still shows some jittering, some jitters of it. Now moving to Alpha Tauri. Alpha Tauri cannot find their times at all. It was the the practice one showed they are having difficulties in finding lap times and ground today, and in the morning session. And the Alpine, we told you, they are still bringing up some bits to test their car to see how they can improve their lap time. Now moving to the Williams. The Williams still remains where they are from the past 4 seasons. For the past 4 seasons, the Williams still remains where they are. Seriously, I had to come down with my voice, because they are not showing signs. They are not showing signs. They are not showing signs. But let's see if they are going to come up with something much more better in the second practice. But until then, that's the updates we have for you now. And in second practice, we give you the latest update. But for you to know, Red Bull still leads. They've continued where they stopped last season. They are still topping the timesheets. But Aston Martin, McLaren, they are showing some decent pace. As Alfa Romeo, showing some decent pace. The top teams, Ferrari and Mercedes, are still showing us some pace we don't know. Thank you. Catch you again in the afternoon. God bless you.